This video is about another stage of my health journey. If you've been watching this series, you know I was following the protein paradigm. Protein equals fat plus carbs, lost weight, yada yada. And this is something that really hit me when I was eating an egg and cress sandwich at work one time. And I realized I was enjoying it more. And just that information was kind of mind-blowing to me, because once you've settled into a normal diet, like before I switched up my diet, you might think, well, these foods are enjoyable and these foods are not enjoyable, and that's all there is to it, and it's not going to change. But then, as I was following this protein paradigm, just a bit of a leap of faith in a way, I found that all of a sudden I was kind of tasting the same old egg that I'd had in my egg and cress sandwiches many a time, suddenly tasted more eggy, kind of like I remember eggs tasting when I was a kid, or like just, eating egg sandwiches when I was, I don't know, 8 or something almost. Yeah, so it felt like going back in time, partly, just, like, because I think some of the time adults complain about stuff feeling more vivid when they're kids, and it's, I mean, this is a bit of a loose tangent theory, but yeah, it feels like you think, oh, when you're young, everything's vivid, and then as you get older, inevitably things get worse, and then maybe what's happening is that your body is being choked up more and more from its true nature by weird food, and then if you fix your diet, stuff kind of starts to go back again. So it's not the years, it's the mileage, as well, it's an Indiana Jones line, but it's something I like to use once in a while. So the taste of this egg and cress sandwich then put me in mind of the Fruit Loops experience I've mentioned in another of these health videos. Which I just remember those Fruit Loops so vividly somehow. They were, I mean, you'll know what Fruit Loops are like probably, but they were amazing. They tasted amazing and they looked amazing, and there you go. And you think you've lost an experience forever, but then it turns out if you fix up your diet, what you enjoy is going to change, and that's kind of a heavy idea. I mean, this hasn't happened to me yet, but I've even heard from one guy who's probably further ahead in his health journey, and he says he even enjoys the taste of broccoli. Broccoli, like, I can't imagine enjoying the taste of broccoli, but maybe I don't need to imagine it, eh? Maybe once I'm there, I'll experience it for myself. I think the other side of this is that if you're overweight and you're just used to eating weird foods, your tastes are probably adapted kind of badly, like all you can taste anymore is chocolate muffins or something, and you're like, oh, at least this is nice to eat, right? So it does take a bit of a leap of faith to eat the yogurt or something, because I remember just sitting down with that yogurt, I think it had been recommended, and just like, okay, let's try eating this yogurt, and that's kind of the leap you have to do, I think. You've got to go from stuff you're used to, stuff you enjoy, and give it all up in the name of a cold hard paradigm, where you're thinking, well, then let's look at these macros and what have you, and eat this yogurt and put some honey on it and measure everything and just how is this going to be? And there was a month, I think, when my metabolism kind of reset, and it was kind of tiring, but once I got out of it, yeah, you've changed, and what you enjoy changes, and you're set. You're set. I also mentioned in another video the experience of just drinking a Coke. I think a regular non-diet Coke after many years of not drinking a whole lot of sugary drinks, and just feeling like it was thicker and more sugary than I remembered, and it makes you realize how much of this is not exactly subjective, but based on, I don't know, based on your chemical makeup, or whatever it is that goes into these things, and it can change. Just the drinks that seem completely normal, like, oh yeah, I'll have a Coke with my meal, just stuff that feels normal in one state, all of a sudden you heal yourself, and it starts to feel kind of more artificial later on, and you realize how much of you has been kind of hijacked by, I don't know, soft drinks companies and stuff. So, like I say, just anticipating that what you want and what you enjoy will change is kind of a leap of faith. It's a weird thing. You really have to ignore how you feel now and put your trust in some cold black and white paradigm, and it is rather a leap of faith, but it helps to have other people who've done the thing before. But just, that's one concern somebody might have about changing their diet, right? Maybe I won't enjoy my food anymore. And the twist is, I think, you'll be eating foods you don't currently enjoy, maybe, but you really will learn to enjoy them, and you will actually stop enjoying the foods you used to think were awesome, partly because you won't be eating them. But So it's a funny thing having to anticipate changing what you enjoy, but that's one of the things that's going to happen, I think, as your health journey continues.